Hi guys, welcome back to my XVS guide. So this is the second part of STMR list. This time I'm gonna talk about weapons. If you still haven't watched the abilities STMR video, you can watch it by visiting the link on the video description. First of all, the STMR weapon is my least favorite category to use STMR Mughal because there are lots of STMR level weapons you can get from the trial. But if you are really eager to spend your STMR Mughal on a weapon, this list may help you. And again, my list may be different than you. I put 4 best weapons on each category, type and remember that I don't like elemental weapons that much, so you won't find lots of recommendation about those type of weapons here. So let's start from Dagger. For Dagger, I think the best is Mastermind Son STMR. Okay, so this gonna give you 165 attack, and the best part is 30% physical evasion, which make your character can easier to build to become 100% evasion character. And some of you may argue with me, I prefer to have Adventurer Lock STMR. Hear me out, Adventurer Lock STMR is also good, but I find this one is more useful because it has innate dual wield. With innate dual wield, you can give this to your support and make your support still able to equip, let's say, staff to increase their spirit or other weapons. But for Mastermind Son, it is good. Okay, but let's say you put it on your support. That means you need to have additional dual wield ability to make them equip second weapon. Okay, and I think 20% magical evasion is not important. It is useful, but remember you cannot stack magical evasion like physical evasion, so I don't think that magical evasion gonna be that good. Okay, that's why I put Mastermind Son STMR is the best dagger you can get. Second is Nyx. Wow, this Nyx dagger is actually pretty good. Okay, maybe I prefer this more than Mastermind Son, but because we have Behemoth trial where we need physical evasion, then I think at this time Mastermind Son is better. But Nyx, it is amazing because he is an old character, so there's a high chance you have lots of Nyx on your roster, okay? And it gives you 20% all elemental resist, and even if you don't need all elemental resist, it still grants you with 20% health and 50 defense. What's not to love about this dagger? Pretty good. And next, maybe the third best is Benevolent Beauty Ram. This is also good if you don't need that physical evasion because it grants you high magic, high spirit, dual wield, 100% fast low ABV rate. So wow, really complete. Combine this with Dagger rare ability, then you gonna have 250% LBV rate. How's that not amazing? Pretty good. And the runner-up is Restive Zidane, because if you don't need defensive, then of course this dagger is the best because it grants the highest attack and 50% true dual wield. But again, I think if you are dual wielder, it's better to search your true dual wield from the secondary weapon, let's say sword, okay, and get this 30% physical evasion or whatever. Okay, so yes, that's for dagger. Now next for the sword. For sword, I think the best is Radiant Lightning Zantetsuken. Why it is pretty good? Yes, I know it has only 169 attack, not the best attack you can get from a sword, but wow, this side effect, it grants you 50% true dual wield. I know there is another weapon which also grants you 50% true dual wield, but this one also grants you 30% LP damage. Again, if you search for LP damage, then you may find 11 or I forgot the Crown Prince Noctis sword if I'm not mistaken. Better because it grants you 50% LP damage. But again, I prefer to use this on, let's say, on most characters. When you don't need LP damage, then you can get that 50% true dual build. Imagine if you get, let's say, 11 STMR, but your character don't rely on LP that much. I think that LP damage kinda wasted in quote. Okay, that's why I think this Radiant Lightning offered the best value for sword. The second weapon is Seeker of Freedom Van. Yes, again, he is here because of Behemoth K Trial. It grants you 30% physical evasion and yes, 30% draw attack, which is very useful for a tank who has 80% innate provoke. Because with this word, you immediately get 100% innate provoke. Yes, I know that it may be dangerous to equip this on your normal physical attacker because it has 30% draw attack, but I think if you use this weapon, then you should have a provoker. Okay, innate provoker, I mean. So your attacker won't be attacked that much, and again, if you equip this, then I think you aim to get 100% physical evasion. So I think it's not that dangerous for that physical attackers. And next, Onion Knight Revia. I know some of you may not disagree with me for this STMR, but I really like this because it grants you 30% attack, defense, magic, spirit, which means this gonna be useful if you need that spirit and defense boost for your attacker. Okay, this STMR have helped me so many times to reach the minimum amount of spirit or defense to survive on some trials. Yes, I know it's useless on Behemoth K Trial though. And the runner-up is 11 STMR, okay? So it grants you 180 attack, really decent, and 50% LB damage. You may ask me why I prefer this one compared to Crown Prince Noctis. It is because it has 1 to 1.1 damage variance. Okay, so it is kind of like a little bit more powerful version of one-handed sword. Maybe it's gonna increase your damage a little bit, but yes, that's it. Okay, so enough about sword. Let's move to the next one. Great Sword. So my favorite for this one is Cloud from Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. So yes, you get really high attack, 190 attack. If I'm not mistaken, this is one of the best attack you can get on weapons, okay? And 50% LB damage. Unlike sword, you don't have much alternative for LP damage, one-handed great sword LP damage. Okay, so this is definitely number one. And if you don't like true dual wield character, then of course Safer. Wow, Safer. I think Safer STMR probably the best great sword if it is not two-handed. Like you know, I kinda hate two-handed characters, okay? But this STMR is perfectly good, especially if you plan to get 100% physical evasion. Again, for Behemoth K, it has nice attack, physical evasion, 50% true double hand. What's not to love about this STMR? And of course, if you don't like that, if you want to go more defensive, then you can go for Pain. Pain Great Sword is kinda unique, okay? It offers 176 attack, but it gives you 40% fire, ice, lightning, and water resist. Those are half of elements on this game, so pretty good defensive weapons. Very nice. And the runner-up is Lone Lion Squall. I think this one is good, but only 25% LB damage. And remember, this is two-handed weapon, so I find this is kinda annoying, guys. Okay, but yes, that's it for Great Sword. Now let's move to the next favorite weapon, Katana. For Katana, my favorite is Xeno of the Beta Star STMR. And yes, I'm really lucky because I obtained it without using STMR Moogle. Okay, I pull for Xeno and wow, the effects are simply too great. I think global STMR, global exclusive STMR tend to be OP, because if you take a look on the effect of this katana, it is quite insane, okay? 180 attack, 40% attack, and it also grants you human killer. Wow. Okay, even without human killer, this gonna increase your attack stats really high and let you equip, let's say, defensive abilities on your character. And next is two-handed katana, Sephiroth from Kingdom Heart. This is really good, okay? Basically, this is the two-handed version of that Xeno STMR, okay? It offers you 172 attack, 50% human killer, and 30% attack. Yes, last stats, but I think this is the best two-handed katana you can get. And again, if you're searching for physical evasion, then go for Beach Umbrella, because it grants you 10% physical evasion. If you equip two of this, then yes, you have 20% physical evasion, but I think it's better to equip this with that Van STMR. 40% physical evasion immediately. Awesome. Okay, and maybe the runner-up is the two-handed katana from Supreme Diva Akstar. Okay, it grants you 188 attack, really high attack stats, and 50% attack. But yes, I think this one is better than Sephiroth Kingdom Heart version. But yes, Sephiroth Kingdom Heart version has niche usage. Okay, so yeah, you decide which one is better. So enough about katana. Let's move to the next one. Now, let's move to the mage. So let's talk about the road. I think the best road on this game is Sakura of the Delta Star. It is insanely good, guys. It grants you 172 magic, and it also grants you 50% magic. Wow, imagine if you have two of this. Okay, you're gonna get 100% magic boost, insane, and as an extra you get 30% LP damage. Okay, and remember that most mage usually need to use their limit burst, let's say to activate quadcast, to imperil, or other things. So yes, a little 30% extra LP damage is useful even when your mage is not LP finisher. And next is Angel of Death Kuja. This is kinda niche, but not niche actually, but kinda unique because it increases your fire and light damage, and it works for both physical and magic. So you may have interesting setup here, not sure, but this is unique, and maybe the next meta thing we gonna have on the game. You increase fire, elemental damage, and yeah, basically you got that. And next is Morgana. Actually, I don't like this that much, but yes, I think this is the third best because it grants you, yes, nice magic, 40 spirit, nice a little bit spirit for your defensive purpose, and 25% true dual wield magic. This is good when you combine this, let's say, with Benevolent Beauty Ram. That means you only need to equip that one Trust Mastery Word from Benevolent Beauty Ram, and you already get 50% true dual wield magic. Okay, nice to save you some abilities slot. And the runner-up is Operative Zyrus. This is good, but the extra thing is basically only for Dragon and Machine. Okay, niche like I said. So that's for road. Now for staff, the best staff is Emperor Fu STMR. So it grants you 140 spirit and 120 magic. Yes, it sounds mediocre because only 140 spirit. There are better staff out there which grants you 163, but the reason I picked this is because it can be useful for your mage just in case you need a little bit spirit stats for their survivability. And remember that 140 spirit is coupled with 30% spirit, 30% magic, and evo magic, which make this can be used by lots of characters. mage, evoker, healer, you name it. Okay, really nice. And it also has light element, so yeah, be careful and maybe be happy, okay, if you have characters like Ace, Ram, so yeah, it will affect your attack. The second staff is Warrior of Light Lena. Wow, this one may be the best staff if you need spirit stats. Okay, 163 spirit, 30% spirit. It also has light element, so beware about that. And yes, Dispel God. Dispel God is nice if let's say if your character have, let's say, like dual cast, so you can do Dispel God trick, okay, and let your real, let's say, real healer, you can equip this on your tanker or whatever, okay, do their things, okay. And the third best is Volca STMR. Volca STMR is good because it grants you really high MP, so it is easy to clear that MP parameter mission. It also grants you 50% water resist and really high spirit. The runner-up is Ayaka. Okay, like you can see that Ayaka grants you same spirit, 166. But yes, actually for survivability, maybe Ayaka is better because it grants you 50% health. But yes, that 30% MP and 150 MP are simply too good to ignore. Okay, so enough about staff. Let's move to gun. So the best gun is from Agent Olive. Yes, it is two-handed weapon, but again, global exclusive STMR is kind of broken. Okay, I think this is the best gun ever. 50% attack boost and 30% LB damage. Just compare it to Nameless Gunner Joke STMR. Wow, I really don't know how they design STMR, okay? Because yes, it has higher attack than Nameless Gunner Jake STMR. It also has 50% attack, so what's the point? Okay, really good two-handed gun. But if you don't like two-handed gun users, then you can get that Visalis or Rico Rodriguez STMR, okay? Actually, they are about the same, but yes, Rico Rodriguez STMR gives him LB damage, but yeah, like I said, him. So it is only exclusive for him. So if you don't use Rico, then yeah, simply get that Visalis, especially yeah, Visalis is getting the Neo Vision form, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, and the third best is Phoenix Jake. Actually, it is kind of forced, okay? Because yes, like I said on the beginning, maybe think over if you want to use your STMR Moogle on your character, because yes, it is decent weapon, but it's kind of niche. Weapon is kind of niche, unlike abilities. And yes, it grants you 170 to attack and 100% fatal damage protection. That's it. Really nice. And for the second best one-handed gun, it is from Yuna. Okay, Yuna grants you 178 attack and very high 50% attack boost. Wow, you can save one ability slot if you equip this Yuna. Okay, so that's it for all most used weapons on this game. Okay, I know there are the rest of weapon STMR, but yeah, there are not many STMR weapons on those categories, so I will simply wrap it in one section. So the best niche weapon is, I must say, Umbral Dragon Dark Fina, because yes, it grants you 180 magic, 50% true dual wield magic, and dark element. So this dark element gonna be useful again for that Ace and Benevolent Beauty Ram. But really, guys, don't use this, okay, unless you really need dark element, because remember, we have about the same Quistis STMR for free. So yes, this is good, definitely good, but not recommended for STMR. Next is Curtin. Fist weapon is good. Okay, there are lots of characters who are able to equip fish, but there are only handful of STMR fish, so I really cannot make top 3 fish weapon on this game, okay, because that's basically just listing all the fish STMR on the screen. And I think the best fish STMR you can get is Cartin. It grants you 50% through dual wield, but yes, the attack maybe not that good. And talking about Cartin, maybe he gonna get that Neo Vision Awakening. So actually Neo Vision comes soon to the global, makes me happy and also sad. Happy because yes, I have 4 Cartin and 8 Gatria. So I believe their Neo Vision will be available on Halloween if we get Neo Vision soon. But yes, that's it. And the third niche weapon may be Levinson. So like you know that there are not many characters who equip mace. But if you find the one who equip mace, then this is really good weapon because it grants you 50% through double hand on both attack and magic. Really nice. And maybe the runner-up is surprising, right? Seabreeze Dorfina. What? Why you list her STMR here? Let me explain. We get Neo Vision. We're gonna get the extreme version of Trial. So maybe I imagine that on, let's say, extreme Scorn of Gilgamesh, then we need to seal him again with weapon. So at that time, maybe this gonna be useful, okay? And remember, like I said on the beginning, making into the list I create now doesn't mean you should spend your STMR Mughal. Just treat this list as, yeah, maybe guide for gamers, recommend favorite weapon. Okay, just treat this list like that. Okay, so I think that's all you need to know about this weapon STMR. Next video, I'm gonna talk about armor equipment, okay, like cloud head, etc. So yep, thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Private XVS guide. Bye bye guys.